Combination 4. This is a long one, rather difficult, so let's get ready to do it. You need a 55 centimeter physio ball. Michael is using 15-pound weights. You can use lighter weights, all right? You could go 10, you could go 8, you could do 5, depending upon your level. He's got an 8-pound weight and 2 3-pound weights. Again, the 8-pound weight could go down to 5 if that works for you. It could go down to 3 if that works for you. These are the weights we're choosing to use for Michael. He's gonna lift his pelvic floor, wrap his transverse, roll down the ball until the ball is underneath his upper back, head, and neck. He's gonna extend his arms up. Good. And again, we're very wrapped, ribs closed, super lat activation here. He's gonna open up and exhale and squeeze. Excellent. Super lat activation. Super wrapped transverse. He's using his hamstrings and his glute to keep his hips lifted up in line with his shoulders. And he's not cranking his rib cage as he does this exercise. If you notice, there is no movement going on here in his ribs. There's no momentum here, guys. This is all muscular activation, and that's what's gonna really give you the result that you're looking for in your chest and your lats. The abdominals are working here as well. Michael, let's just do 2 more. Open. And really squeeze, great lat activation, very important. Open, and he's gonna hold that squeeze, and with a little pulse, squeeze it together, in, and in, good, and in. And right here, he's focusing on the inner muscles of the pectoralis, or of the chest, and really squeezing those muscles along with this fantastic lat activation that you've got going on. 7, and exhale, 8, and exhale, 9. And this is his last one. He does not rest. He keeps the lats down, the abs are wrapped, the glutes active. And he's gonna open up into a fly and squeeze it closed. And open up and squeeze it closed. Let's slow it down just a little. And open up, good. And squeeze it closed. Keep going. And the reason why I asked him to slow it down is so, again, we're really using muscle, not momentum. Perfect. And close. Great. And he's really stabilizing his spine with his abdominals. There's no tension in the lower back here. It's all abdominals all the time. And that's why this exercise works his entire body. And let's do 2 more, Michael. Super lat activation. Open. Hey, watch that rib cage, and close. It's not easy. Keep it closed. Good. And we'll stay there. 1 more, we're gonna open out. He stays right here in this open position. Little pulses up, really activating again the inside of the chest. He's really working right here, that muscle in the pectoralis. And you can feel the tension. Close the ribs. Wrap the transverse. Hang on to those glutes and hamstrings. You're almost done. 2 more. Excellent. 1 more. Beautiful. You're gonna stretch your legs out straight. You're gonna put those nasty, evil weights down and keep your legs nice and straight. And we go back into a spine stretch. Excellent. And that spine stretch is so important. He's just worked very hard, and so have you. So give yourself a moment to stretch and rest. Great. All right, Michael, let's come back up, lift the head and shoulders, and grab your weights. 1 and 2, good. And bring the arms up over the chest. Good, and the lats are down. Wrap the transverse. Hips are in line with the shoulders. And he's gonna keep those lats active as he reaches back over the head, pulling the belly button in and keeping the ribs closed. That's excellent. And drawing the arms back up over the belly button. Lats, lats, little farther, little farther, little farther. Yes, good. And he's gonna reach back. So we wanna get it right over the belly button. And pull, good. This is a great lat exercise. And again, he's still really working his abdominals, really closing the ribs, really drawing the lats wide and down, keeping the glutes and the hamstrings active to keep the hips in line with the shoulders. And he is getting a full body workout, even though it looks like all he's working is his back. Trust me, he is working a lot of muscles in his body. Good, Michael. And exhale and squeeze. Try really hard to keep the ribs connected as you reach back. See if you can keep this bones totally connected to the obliques. And let's just do 1 more and reach back. Keep the ribs connected to the obliques. And reach it right there. We're gonna stop right over the chest, okay? Regroup, lats down, abs tight, and here we go. We're gonna reach 1 arm back over the head And the opposite arm down, stopping at the thigh. And come back to center. And reach over the head. Good, ear by the bicep. And come back to center. And switch. He's working the lat and the pectoralis. And back to center, good. And reaching over, pectoralis and lat. And back to center, good. Lots of lat activation. Keep wrapping that transverse abdominis. And back to center, ribs are closing. And reach, come right to the side and back to center. A little bit more to the side on that lower arm reach. Exactly, good, ribs and back to center. We're gonna do one more and a little more to the side, outside of the thigh, perfect. This is an excellent position and back to center. All right, and let's stretch the legs straight. We'll put the weights down and go into a second spine stretch. He's gonna reach over, straighten his legs and give himself a nice rest. Good. Trust me, his heart is beating. All right, Michael, come on up one last time. Grab your weight. Good, and other side. Yep. This is how you guys are finding your weights as well. Reaching those arms right up over the chest. We're gonna go to a tricep French curl. Ribs are closed, transverse is wrapped. Hips are lifted in line with the shoulders. He keeps his arms perpendicular to his body. He bends his elbows so that they face his eyebrows, perfect. And stretch, then reach and squeeze that tricep on the way up. And bend palms to forehead and palms face each other. And palms to forehead, good. Palms face each other, that's excellent. Keep pulling your lats down. And wrapping your transverse and working your glutes and your hamstrings, keeping the hips in line. And then we're thinking a little bit about the triceps too. And squeeze, you hanging in there? All right, two more. Palms to forehead and extend, last one, I promise, and bend. Good, and stretch, excellent, Michael. Straighten your legs, put your weights down, and one more spine stretch over the ball. Good. Now I know this is a very difficult combination, but you have to push yourself. You can use a lighter weight, you can decrease the amount of repetitions, but give it a try. See how much of it you can get through. We're gonna move on. Okay, Michael, let's get up and roll off the ball. And I want you just to lie down on your back, right here on the mat. Let's have the legs in chair. And there's 3-pound weights next to you, give those a grab. Perfect. So let's bring the legs up into chair. Reach the arms down long, right? And keep reaching the arms, keep reaching the arms, keep reaching the arms, keep reaching the arms until the head and shoulders lift off the mat. Excellent. You notice when he lifted his head and shoulders, his pelvis didn't move at all. He's gonna stretch his legs out into a diagonal. Good. Now, Michael, I want you to bend one knee into chair pose and bend both elbows into Egyptian arms. Perfect. And stretch out. And opposite leg, beautiful, and stretch out, good. And really lift that pelvic floor and stretch out. And he's wrapping his transverse abdominis, good. The ribs are really closed, and his lats are widened down. And as you can see, there's no tension in his neck. Why isn't there any tension in his neck? Because he's really using his lats, and he's stabilizing his shoulders so that he can just lengthen the head right out the top, and it looks terrific. His shoulders on the top are soft, his upper trapezius is soft, his lats are like a rock. Good, and his stomach is like a rock too. Really reach out with those legs, good. So you're extending the back of the leg. Reach, let's do two more, one more each side, and out, and bend, and stretch, fantastic. Bend in and roll down. Just pull your knees into your chest. Give your lower back a little stretch, good. And this is a nice position to come into when you finish to give a little bit of relief to your lower back, all right? All right, Michael, we're gonna roll over into a side plank. Let's face this way. And make sure that your 8-pound weight is within reach. Good. All right, Michael, you're gonna stack one foot over the other. He pops up into a nice side plank. He's lengthening out through the top of his head. right? His body's in one flat piece, and he's gonna raise that arm up, and again, he's using an 8-pound weight and back down. But you could use a 5-pound weight. You could use a 3-pound weight. You could use no weight. You could just try this balancing its side plank without adding any arm movement at all. So you can modify this exercise to make it a little bit more simple depending upon where you're at. He's really wrapping his transverse abdominis. His lats are pulling wide and down. He's lifting up through his pelvic floor. He's got great head on neck extension, and he's only gonna do one more and reach up and bring it down. Excellent, Michael. Put that weight down. Let's come back onto your back. Let's grab your 3-pound weights. And we're gonna go back to a different abdominal exercise. So let's bring the arms up over the chest and bring the legs into chair. Good, wrapping that transverse, ribs are closed, pelvic floor is really active. You're gonna extend your legs out a little bit higher this time than the last time. Good, and now you're gonna lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Drop your butt back down into neutral. There, that was very important. All right, you're gonna drop your left arm and your right leg. Excellent, and reach your opposite arm overhead. He's all set up and ready to go, and so are you. Now switch. Good, and switch. Excellent, continue. And he's really pulling in his transverse abdominis, and the ribs are super closed, the lats are widened down, he's really lifting up through the pelvic floor, and this is a nice, slow, controlled movement, right? He's not rolling around on the floor, right? He's super stable, and so are you, lengthening out through the leg, super lat activation. Good, Michael, let's just do 3 more, and 1. Hang in there, and 2, and last one, 3. Good, bend in and roll down. And let's give you a little lower back stretch. Pull your knees into your chest. Good, rock your butt from side to side on the mat. Just massage your sacrum on the floor a little bit. Okay, Michael, I'm gonna want you to flip around. Perfect, and we're gonna do side plank on the other side. Make sure that you've got your 8-pound weight. Excellent. And he's gonna pop up into that beautiful side plank. Perfect. Good. Lengthen out through the top of the head. Really lift those hips a little bit more. Yes, that's it. And he's gonna reach up and down. Good. Keep that lat on the supporting side really active. And reach down. Good. And I can feel his obliques really working to stabilize his pelvis in this position. Really wrapping your transverse abdominis, really activating that pelvic floor. Good, and really drawing the lats down towards the hips all the time. He's lengthening out through the top of his head. He's getting a great full body workout. Keep wrapping that belly button. Excellent. And back down and drawing that lat down. And let's just do 2 more together. Good, you guys are doing great. Let's do 1 more, here we go. And up and come down. Good, Michael, let's end in extended child's pose on your knees with your hands extended. And let's just relax. And this is a nice stretch to finish with. That was a difficult combination. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. I am so proud of you that you finished that. So thanks so much for sticking it out. Combination 4 is so challenging. You did it. You should be proud of yourself, all right? You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.